Won't be long now, huh? It's the last few moments of this house. That's sweet, isn't it? Japan, houses do not become assets, they become liabilities. In this house, its day has come. You can see the full film of Disappearing Japan, the house by the shrine, over on the YouTube. And of course, while I have your attention, hey, did I mention that I have a Patreon? Because I love making these little films, and I think you probably enjoy watching these little films, especially if you're watching it to this point, because sweaty black guy, who likes to watch a sweaty black guy? Not me, for sure. Yeah, my name's Martin. I live in Japan. I've lived here for the past couple of years, and I like making documentary films and observations of my life here in the Anaka. I lived in East Harlem for a decade. I lived in New York City for 20 plus years. And during the Trump regime, I packed up and I left America. And I moved here to the countryside. It's not been easy. It's definitely not been easy. Beautiful, yes. Easy, no. I'm living in Shizuoka, Japan. And I would really appreciate it if you strolled over to my Patreon and dialed in so that I could make more of these little films, or maybe even finish this one in a proper way, and maybe turn the camera around and show you some of the other incredible things, interesting things, things that you're unaccustomed to seeing that are my everyday life here in Japan. I mean, this is the local shrine. Shrines are like community centers in my little town. When I think of shrines or religious places in America, you know, the whole Judeo-Christian ethic gets in the way, and you start thinking about rules and regulations. This is a place where my kid comes and runs around, and the owners, the monks, we should find out together. If you join my Patreon, we can explore together, because these are really friendly people who would love to share their world with you. This is my local shrine. It's going to be a festival here soon. This is the bell you ring. And you make an offering. And this is the bell looks like. I'm not going to go any farther because I don't know that much yet. And I know that they're always happy to have me shooting here and walking around here because these are my neighbors and my son's classmates. But yeah, keep a little distance and check things out and not just roll into the place like you're Washington crossing the Delaware, Columbus discovering America. This is where you wash your hands when you go to a shrine. There's a specific way. These are the instructions to the way. I mean, if Japan is anything, it is beautiful. And if I am anything, I am a maker, and I really want you to consider joining my Patreon. Notice how I carefully waited until I was outside of the torii before I started pleading for cash, and we can explore the wonders and the curiosities of this world that I'm living in from my unique perspective as a black fellow from New York City. Let's take a look at that house. I'm going to be quiet now, but before I go, it's Martin Show Japan. Come join me on Patreon. Help me finish these little films. I've got so many more things to show you. Let's look at this house together. It'll be going soon. There's a lot of Disappearing Japan. I'll talk to you soon. Until then, I'll be here in Japan. Bye. Join my Patreon. I want to make more of these. I only need a few of you. I can make these all the time. Goodbye, friends.